Minecraft Legends is Mojang's most recent addition to the Minecraft universe, set to release sometime in 2023. So far, little information has been revealed to us, but by scouring through teasers, trailers, and news articles, I've compiled a list of the most interesting new additions coming with the game's release. In this video, I'll highlight all the fascinating new mobs that will be presented to us soon, and stay tuned until the end of the video to find out about the latest creatures that were just teased to us in an official Minecraft tweet that came out today. The first 4 mobs that I'll highlight in this video are definitely some of the cutest ones revealed to us so far. The Plank, Cobblestone, Grindstone, and Mossy Golems are Minecraft Legends' take on class-specific troops. As stated in one of the dev diaries, the Plank Golem will act as a ranged turret, which will sit in the back line assaulting the enemy with arrows that they shoot out of their snout. It seems, given the material that they're based on, they would be vulnerable to fire damage and have a smaller health pool. On the other hand, the Cobblestone Golem, being made out of stone, acts like a melee class of soldier, which will prefer close range encounters with the enemy. I'd imagine these mobs will have a larger health pool, being able to tank a few hits from the enemy before dying. The Grindstone Golem seems to be a class that is specifically designed to be able to tank multiple hits from the enemies and use crowd control abilities on them to keep them stunned and otherwise locked in position. The last class of Golem is the Mossy Golem. These troops are seen shooting a stream of water out of their spout, which is supposed to heal allied troops in your army. These main 4 classes seem to make up a large part of what you'll be able to compose your army of in-game, but a few other golems are shown only in concept so far, including some of these pretty interesting variants. The first one being the Emerald Cavalry Golems. This green mob is said to have a very high movement speed, which is utilized by, quote, hoisting a mob overhead and zooming into battle. Some of the proposed pros and cons include an above average movement speed and the ability to stun enemies with a large charge attack, but with a weakness to melee and general low HP pools. The Iron Support Golem is the second concept presented in the Legends dev diary. This troop is said to be created for cleansing allies of negative effects and immobilizing the enemy with an AoE spin attack, spraying water out of its arms. This golem is said to have a list of pros and cons, which include the ability to remove poison effects from friendly units and also root the enemy. On the con side, it includes a large recharge time, which might keep them out of the fight for a while. The last few golems presented so far don't include any notes on the concept art, but they include the Cauldron Golem, shown shooting water out of its spout of a nose, a Sponge Golem shown leaving a trail of water behind it as it walks, and what looks like a kettle and TNT Golem. These last 2 are purely my own speculation because I'm not 100% confident as to what they're supposed to be, but the Kettle Golem is shown sneezing a shot of water, which might act as some sort of weapon, and the TNT Golem I'd assume would act closely to a creeper, which would go up to a structure and detonate with the player's activation. Judging from the list of these new golems teased so far, there'll be a lot of diverse troops available to the player to implement in different strategies. It'd be really cool to see the Copper and Tough Golem in this list, but I guess we'll have to wait a while to see those added to a Minecraft game. I'm interested to see what you guys think of these golem variants, and also I'd like to hear your ideas for what other kinds of golems you think would be a cool addition to the game. Personally, I think it would be cool if the Cauldron Golem came with lava in them, which you could have spray at the enemy to burn down bases or even cut off areas during battle. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Moving on past the golems, I'd like to now talk about the enemies presented in Minecraft Legends, the Piglins. Overall, the materials I've searched through so far, there seem to be multiple different classes of piglins available in the game. To start out, the Piglin Runt and the Piglin Grunter are the small piglins seen coming out of the portal first at the beginning of the Legends trailer. These 2 classes were described by Mojang as the front line of the battle and like children that have the resources to take over the overworld, but not the knowledge to put their plan into action. I think the Runts and Grunters will be like the general enemy type that you'll have to clear hundreds of during your time playing Legends, and I think they'll be pretty low HP mobs that are more of a nuisance than a threat to you as you level up through the game, but I'm glad that they'll have at least some variety of weapons and armor that they showed in the trailers. The next part of the Piglin army, shown only in concept art so far, is the Flail Piglin. This massive brute is shown dragging some sort of ball and chain along with them, as well as a shield. The concept states that the Flail Piglin is shown to have less armor to portray a more agile and aggressive nature, so we can guess that they'll be kind of hard to take down. You can also notice that a key theme with the Piglin troops is that a lot of their armor and weapons are made of gold, which fit into the classic Minecraft themes of them being greedy and obsessed with nether gold. Another Piglin mob presented in concept and in actual Minecraft Legends trailer is the Piggo. This pig-like creature seems to be modeled closely to the hoglins, and are seen moving at a high speed to attack your allied troops in the trailer video. In one of the concepts, there's an annotation that mentions that the piggo has different roles depending on their age, which is then displayed in the drawings below it. Which seems to be a baby piggo is seen in playful stances and maybe is used as a higher movement speed enemy troop, whereas the older piggos are seen with armor and look more like a tank. I'm excited to see how these are implemented into the Piglin army and what role they'll play on the battlefield. Next up in the Piglin army is a mob that I haven't found an official name for yet, but make sure to let me know in the comments if I missed it. This would be the rolling piglins or the stone piglins. This enemy is shown in the trailer coming out of the initial portal in a boulder-like position, which they then come out of and walk around on their two massive arms before rolling back up into a stone ball and spinning off down the steps. I'd imagine that this creature will act as some sort of tank or structure-destroying enemy mob in the game, and I can picture them rolling through player-built structures or flattening your allies to try and defeat you. These get me really excited and remind me of the droidicas from Star Wars, which are definitely my favorite droids. The last two Piglin mobs on my list so far are the Piglin Bruiser and the Piglin Portal Guards. The Bruiser is shown in concept art with multiple different types of weapons, from a giant claymore to a dual-wielded sword that attaches into one double-bladed staff. These will most likely be some sort of special mob which you'll have to fight through hundreds of grunters and runts to get to, and might be some sort of mini-boss. Lastly is the Piglin Portal Guard. Similar to the Flail Piglin, this massive mob carries around a giant ball and chain, and in the concept design for this guy, it refers to its weapon as a loaded piston flail. It's shown shooting a giant ball out of a special mechanical glove or arm piece that it's attached to the piglin. It seems like the portal guard will have the ability to shoot it out and will most likely do massive damage and knock back you and your army. I'm sure this mob will be some sort of final boss or a soldier that will guard a piglin portal base on the map somewhere. Whenever I see new mobs introduced into one of Minecraft's spin-off games, like these Piglin variants, I always get excited about the possibilities that they'll be added into the vanilla Java edition or even community mods. From what I've seen so far, the Piglin army has some really cool and interesting additions coming in Minecraft Legends, and I can't wait to see how it all comes together. But before we get to the next section, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can get notified when I post more content about Minecraft Legends. And leave a like so more people can see this video and future videos about its new and upcoming features. With all the new mobs introduced into Minecraft Legends, you might think that creepers, zombies, and skeletons will just be the same as in Java or Bedrock Edition, but you couldn't be more wrong. Like their golem counterparts, these classic mobs fill specific roles on the battlefield like melee and ranged. Obviously, the zombie fits into the melee class and the skeletons fit into the ranged class, but you might be wondering how creepers fit into the picture. The redesigned creepers of Legends will be used for building destruction and as an AoE method of attack. One of the things that stood out to me in the design of Minecraft Legends is how true to the base game the developers have stayed while still altering the appearances of the classic features. It was stated in one of the dev diaries that the zombies and skeletons were even given hats and helmets to wear at all times during gameplay to stay true to the mechanic of them bursting into flames during the daylight. The concept art presented shows the different stages of designs that these hats went through and all the varieties presented to get to the final product. Along with the common mobs, there's another creature that hails from classic Minecraft, which is the Allay. In the original Minecraft Legends trailer, two Allays are seen flying across the field before joining the player on horseback. There's the more recognizable blue Allay along with a yellow Allay, which hasn't been seen in any game in the Minecraft universe before. In my video about the 7 Minecraft mobs that you've never heard of, I spoke about the original concept art for the Allays, which also included multiple color variants. In the announcement trailer, the blue Allay is seen breaking blocks off of a tree close to the player, whereas the yellow Allay is seen placing blocks down in a wall formation. This has been revealed as a mechanic to help the player build and destroy the world around you. I have noticed in a lot of the concept art so far, there's this specific block shown, and I'm curious what kind of role it plays with their use. I'm not sure if the Allays will play a larger role in the game than this, but I think they must be a fairly important part, considering they are seen at the end of each trailer by revealing the Minecraft Legends logo as they fly by. Before we get into the final section of the video, where I'll highlight 3 mobs that haven't been shown very much yet, let me know in the comments section what your thoughts on Minecraft Legends are so far. Will you play the game when it's released? Are you excited about all the new potential lore that could come from this game? Let me know down below. I want to read all your theories, and I might choose a couple to talk about in a future video. Now finally moving on to the most exciting part of this video, Mojang on January 23rd made a post on the official Minecraft Twitter account linking people to a website with different device backgrounds available to download. Among some pretty cool desktop and mobile backgrounds under the Java and Bedrock edition, there are also 3 new concepts available in the Minecraft Legends section. The titles of each of these are as follows: the Heroes Key Art, the Piglins key art, and the portal key art. Now let's start with the least exciting of this, which is the Piglin background. This one shows all the Piglin mobs that I spoke about in the beginning of this video, and doesn't really tease anything new, but it's still a really cool background anyway. If you'd like to download any of these, I'll have the link down in the description. Next on the scale is the heroes art. Most of the mobs presented in this background are things I've already spoke about in today's video, except for the two giant golem-like creatures in the background. This is what looks like a stone golem wrapped in vines with a menacing face built into the middle of it. There's also an even bigger golem with a green glowing face surrounded by what looks like a jungle themed body. Through all my research, I haven't found anything about these mobs yet, and I think Mojang purposely is teasing these. Given the fact that they're part of the heroes key, I'd assume that they're friendly golems luckily, and maybe they'll serve as some sort of one-time use summonable golem that you can use during a particularly tough battle. Lastly, in the downloadable art is the portal key art. In my opinion, these are by far the coolest and most interesting mobs and legends presented so far. The artwork shows what I found out is the host mobs for Minecraft Legends. These hosts are named Foresight, Action, and Knowledge, and one of the coolest parts of these mobs is that they're set to be the first voice-acted mobs in all of Minecraft. Their purpose is supposed to be a guide to give the player tips and tricks to help them navigate the new overworld and beyond. Given their unique design and the fact that the description of the art they appeared in is called Portal Key, I wouldn't be surprised if these hosts come from an alternate dimension to the overworld or nether featured in Minecraft Legends. That may be the end, or it could even be a dimension we haven't seen yet, like the Deep Dark or something related to the ancient city's portal. I'm really excited to see how these are implemented into the game and how they'll be able to help the player along in their journey. Thanks for sticking around till the end of the video. I'm really excited to bring you all this new and old information about Minecraft Legends. If you learned something new or sparked some sort of interest in this topic, make sure you tell me all about it down in the comments. I read and respond to them all, and I'm really interested to hear what the community thinks about these new teased mobs and what they might be. Make sure you subscribe to see the future videos I make on Minecraft Legends as we get further into the development cycle, and check out either this video or this video, because YouTube thinks you'll find them just as informative and entertaining as this one. But until next time, see you guys.